Hey, hello my lights. How's everybody doing today on this Wednesday? We're going to get started right away and see what beautiful messages Spirit may have for my lights today. All right, first card up is the Page of Wands. All right, so for those of you out there who are single, you don't necessarily have to be single, but I'm seeing this masculine who's thinking about you an awful lot. All right, thinking about you, wants to move toward you, but isn't quite sure yet. Holding back, trying to get some more, put some feelers out to see, like, to try to get more about you. This person is fixated on you. They think you are going to be their justice. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups with the Seven of Pentacles. All right, so this is in regard to somebody who's working really hard. I see that you are starting to put together a pretty good savings, and you are single and you don't like being single. Somebody will be coming in for you, okay, with this Four of Wands, and not just coming in. This person is also, this has like a dual meaning. There's a person coming in to offer their cup, and this is going to bring in happiness. This is going to be the one, okay, the one you've been waiting for. This is for, this particular layout is for my singles. All right, let's continue. We have the Wheel of Fortune. All right, the Wheel of Fortune is spiritualism. Those of you who are connecting to spiritualism, you're on the channel, so most of you are working on yourselves, right? You're trying to raise your vibration and trying to get as close to 5D as quickly as possible. All right, this is about wealth and prosperity, guys, and 5D. All right, so now they're saying that the Wheel of Fortune is quickly going to arrive. It's right around the corner, okay? They have this Knight of Swords, which means it's fast moving. And we got this reading yesterday, okay? The wealth of prosperity, serenity, positivity, and angelic protection to boot. All right, we got this yesterday, that this is quickly getting ready to arrive and become a reality in your lives, okay? Right now, a lot of you are feeling ignored. You're robbing from Peter to pay Paul. You're very focused on, you know, working and getting all your ducks in a row so you're able to pay all your bills, all right? But there is very fast movement with this now, so I feel like we're very close. We're closer than we've ever been, all right? They're not only saying that this is fast moving, but we have the Chariot next to the fast moving card, which also implies movement, okay? So this layout also is looking like this is going to happen when you're least expecting it, all right? But we are kind of expecting it, so I don't really understand this totally. I don't need to. Spirit just tells me what they want me to put out there. But they're showing you being very focused on your hardship when this happens. So, you know, totally, you know, licking your wounds, or just, you know, trying to keep your head above water. The same kind of feeling, like, you know, the feeling of, you know, something has got to give, right? And that's what you're going to be focused on when this Wheel of Fortune comes flying in, okay? There is movement already, so it's almost here, guys. This is going to provide all of my Aquariuses with a new beginning. All right, I am seeing that you will be committed to helping others. I'm also seeing, Spirit is saying actually, to that you're going to get some clarity on, you know, moving into your authenticity, okay? Maybe some of you are thinking more about it. There still might be a little reluctance here you know, to ignore other people who are not going to agree with your thoughts, your beliefs, and how you choose to live your life. Okay, as long as you're not bringing harm to anyone, hurting anyone, this is who you are. Okay, and you need to come fully into yourself now, to be able to move into 5D. All right, because the person you really are, you're not who, you know, people have been telling you are all these years since you were, you know, born. You've had family members, parents, people maybe that said something to you in grammar school, people that were mean-spirited people may have called you a name or said you were something because they're angry in life, whatever, and you're a sensitive, so you might be carrying that with you still, the weight of that, things that people do and say, right? The empaths carry that weight even more so than others. So it is now time for you to release all of that baggage and know that that is not who you are, okay? And become who you really are. You made an agreement to be back here right now and be the light because of how special you are, not because of the names that people, you know, said you are. All right, so it's time to take that stance as we move into 5D. We have the Knight of Wands here. This is romance, guys. This is somebody who's going to try to come in and sweep you off your feet. This person thinks you're magnificent. They see you as somebody who's completely independent, a very strong, independent person. And also, you may not be feeling this right now. Instead, you might be feeling defensive over something that you feel that you should have gotten somewhere by now. You should have gotten a hold of something that you've been wanting or working toward, right? And you're waiting for, you've been waiting for something to open up, a door to open, okay? Not because you're sitting around wishing it to be so, but you've worked on this. You're putting action behind it, and it's making you defensive that the universe keeps making you wait. You feel as though you're having to wait. But this person coming in that's going to wow you and trip you up, okay, is because they're going to trip you up because this person is going to be so wordy, romantically wordy, and just knows exactly the right thing to say at the right time and is really going to woo you, right? And this person is going to create some kind of transformation in your life. So they're going to make a really big difference in your life, as far as, you know, how you're living your life and how you're perceiving your life. You might be feeling like life is dull and stagnant and, you know, you're sick of the same, where this person is going to come in and create like a whirlwind around you. All right, so that sounds like something fun. All right, I'm seeing there's somebody out there that needs to hear this today. You're holding on to some kind of baggage, something somebody did or said. This could be also someone holding on to someone who isn't treating them right, is, you know, doing sneaky things behind your back, maybe lying to you, maybe not being on the up and up, okay? And this is what you're holding on to, and this is the time, guys, this is the time we all have to make the choice. We're there, right? We talked about this months ago, where, you know, you're either going to choose to stay in the third dimension or you're going to choose to move into the fifth. Right now, a lot of us we've already stepped into the fourth dimension. That is the now, the in-between that we're feeling, that stagnant feeling, like nothing's moving, nothing's changing, right? But there's some of you who have stayed thinking that that's your safety net, third 3D, you know, what you're used to, what you're comfortable with, what you're feeling. You think it's safe, okay? You think you're happy there. But if you really do a deep dive, take some quiet time and get rid of all the distractions and think about it, am I really happy? You know, this is the time, I'm just saying, that we have to choose. And in order to move into 5D, you must release these things. You cannot hold on to the past and move into 5D, because these things, they prevent you from moving forward. They prevent you from feeling good, so that your frequency can, so you can work with your frequency and work on yourself and, raise your vibration. These prevent that from happening. All right. So I'm seeing you, Aquarius, and I'm seeing that you are getting ready to achieve something that you've been thinking about doing, but never really ready. You weren't ready before, but now you're ready. Okay. This is an achievement of sorts, or a project you're going to be taking on, some type of really intense creative project, and you're going to see it through this time. All right. And people are going to look at you like in amazement. People are just going to think that, how did you think of whatever this is going to be? How did you get there? How did you do this? And especially your family and friends, they're going to be wowed by this. They're just going to be stunned by your achievement. Okay. So this is really cool. All right. Only my Aquarius. I just feel like, Aquarius, you are so intensely, not just intelligent, but you are a very special being, and you're being looked at that way, not just from my perspective, from Spirit's perspective, and, those out there from other planets are looking at you. They're actually looking at us because they are well advanced technology wise, right? We, however, have these abilities in us that they can't touch, and therefore they know what we're capable of. This is your gifts coming online still, guys. We have gifts that are still not present and not seeable yet. Okay. But as time goes on, as the hours and days go on, you're going to start to see things, feel things, and understand that you are not who you thought, who they made us think we are, let's just say. Okay. You are much more powerful and much more amazing. And that is why there are other beings that are protecting us in this moment, that are going to help us, giving us some of their technologies that we're going into now. We're going to start hearing about new technologies. I don't know how they're going to show them to you, if they're going to show them to you as technologies from other beings, or if they're just going to pretend like people are just making them now. Either way, we're seeing some soft disclosure on these technologies already. All right, I'm seeing a victory here for this very empathetic, loving feminine. Okay, the victory is something that you're wanting. You're going to see a victory in love. Okay, this lover is going to come in. This is going to be a very potent, strong, very close-knit relationship. This is what I've been getting over the weeks as far as new relationships coming in, guys. The people you're meeting, because you've raised your frequency, a majority of you, and you're vibrating so high, you have the ability, just standing next to a person, to feel their energy, to see their heart. Is their heart black? Is it beautiful? Is it good? When they start to talk to you, it's that much more of a feeling you're going to get listening to their words, whether they're good, bad, or what have you. All right. So you're going to be able to understand right away if you come across someone who is totally not vibrating on your level. It's going to come easy to us now. All right. It's coming easy to me anyway, but if it's coming easy to you and you're picking up on energies very, like frequently, like if you're conscious of it, guys, every time you're around a new person or somebody that is in your circle, you're going to feel their energy. You're going to know if they're sad. You're going to know if they're going through something. If they're depressed, you're going to know if they're happy, if they're feeling joyous. And, you're going to know if someone's a bad person, a good person. So now that you have these particular strengths about you, you're going to have no problem choosing someone who's going to love you like never before, and vice versa. You don't have to be afraid to fully give yourself anymore. Like, I think we were all holding back for fear that this person will think they got us, right? And then they might change and really hurt us. So instead of that, you're going to feel total serenity. You're going to feel elated and happy and secure and really, really good in this one. It's going to be victorious for you. It's going to be one of the strongest things, one of the best things you've done in your lifetime when you find this person, okay? So, and this is a great time for me to mention, I do offer readings, guys. I offer phone readings as well. If you guys want to get me on the phone, maybe you have no one to support you in your life and you just want to get some things off your chest or bounce some things off of me. I'm also a life coach. So whatever, you can click on the description below the video and see what all my services are. I even offer like a $20 reading for those of you who, need something like that. I mean, times are tough. All right. Just email me. Do not send me a comment. Make sure you click on the description below the video and shoot me an email if you're interested, because I'm going to need your email to get in touch with you. All right. So King of Wands, something you're wanting. Excuse me. I don't know, guys. I feel like all the podcasters that are, good are getting energetically attacked, including myself. All right. But anyway, I'm seeing a new start for you. Okay. This is something you're wanting. You want a fresh new start. You're tired of the old. And honestly, nothing is making you feel like you're progressing in life. So there's a sadness. There's some kind of deep sadness. And you want to do something spectacular. You want to be able to do something where you're helping people. And this might be some of you that are in that job that you don't like. You're feeling like it's a dead end, or, like sometimes we talk about how our souls are no longer matching what we're doing work-wise. And once that happens, when we're misaligned with the type of work we're doing, forget it. I mean, you can hardly stand to go back to the office one more minute, one more day. All right, that's when it's time to move on, guys. It's time to make that change for yourself and feel lucky that you have a job right now and you are currently able to go out and secure yourself a new position where you may be very happy, okay? And you will be working with people that might be more aligned to where you're at, okay? Guys, there's stuckness here. I'm seeing somebody's feeling a major setback today. You're trying to bring in balance. And look at this, guys. So a majority of this reading, I'm being shown that the majority of the reading is a lot of you are feeling stagnant and just want to bring in your balance is to have a fresh new start. You're looking to start over either work-wise, you're looking to start over to make more money. This is also a financial new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So whatever it is, guys, this feels like it's not going to be permanent. It's going to be very temporary, because right next to it, you have an opportunity here. This is not just any opportunity. This is the world opportunity. This is a big opportunity that's going to either show up for you or make itself known. You're going to hear about this. You may hear about this. Someone may tell you about it, word of mouth. You might see it somewhere in a video, on TV. Something about this is going to draw you in, and use your intuition, because if that's what's happening, check it out. Overturn every rock, because that is your intuitive ability telling you that this might be a perfect match for you, okay? This might be the thing to bring in the balance, all right? But the stuckness and the setbacks here, definitely need something new in your life. You need to start again. Not necessarily look at it like you're starting over or it's a do-over, but a fresh new beginning, okay? So, yeah, you're going to hear about this very soon, guys. Here's the card of communication that just popped in, all right? This communication, yeah, this is going to override what's happening here. I see a boss figure who's very toxic, right? So in the middle, I'm seeing a feminine who's going through this, all right? Feeling very much left out in the cold, desperately waiting and wanting to hear about something. I just felt that some of you put out some feelers and you're waiting to hear back. You're waiting on this information, a phone call, some kind of messaging regarding this position you applied for, all right? Because this boss figure, you're feeling left out in the cold because he's nasty, he's toxic, and I don't know, something really ugly here. But you're in the middle, you're pretty chill, you don't bother anybody, you're just wanting you just want to have peace. You just want to go to work, do your job, get your paycheck, and, not be put through the ringer and feel miserable all day long. And that shouldn't be too much to ask, really. All right. So there's an upset and some kind of baggage here, or some kind of, somebody's going through it with a partner. Okay. This is temporary. You're going to get over this. You're going to be able to come to some kind of agreement that is going to bring in the Ten of Pentacles for both of you and the Ace of Wands. All right, this could be a question that you recently asked your partner and you haven't gotten an answer as of yet. This is a clear yes to anybody who's waiting on an answer from their partner. This is a yes, but it's also happiness. It's also things turning out right. It's also a completion. So you might have some other things, other good things going on right now, but this thing here is getting in the way with your partner, and that's going to become resolved. Everything's going to fall into place. And this goes back to me telling you guys, just have confidence in source. Have confidence that, you don't have control over everything and anything. You do have control over you, though, and you can control a lot of things around you and, of course, yourself, right? You can control how you act, the things that you say, the way you want to portray yourself. And if you're being a 5D person, have you come into your authentic self? Are you being kind to others? That's all you need. Those two things are all you need. It's not hard, guys. All right, that being said, I'm going to end things on this note. Again, some of you are interested in getting some spiritual info. You have questions, spiritual questions, things like that. I can help you out if you would like. Again, you can take a look at my services, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.